Yo, what is up? What is up? What is down? Romania to Milky Galaxy. Welcome, guys. Let's go. Yo, we have Justin with us tonight. I'm just trying to sort out the TikTok side so he can see himself and hear himself. Bear with us a second and we'll be up and running in a sec. Yo, hey Savant, Fizz, Craviland, Matrix, Fortnox, I see you guys. How you guys doing? I'm just waiting for Justin to jump into the TikTok stream so we can route him through. Just waiting for him to come up. Right. Who's on the other side? Did you get my email? I probably did. Give me a second though. There we go. I just got Justin in the chat. Let me invite him through. So there we go. As soon as he accepts. Perfect. What's up, Justin? Welcome, man.
Hey, my friend. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, perfect. Loud and clear. How are you?
Not too shabby. How you doing?
I'm all good. Excited for tonight. It's going to be a great chat. And I remember when I started TikTok, your post was coming up for me. So here we are.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, well, I'm down to be collaborating with you.
Of course, bro. Very soon. How's it going on your side? Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing recently so we can get going.
Yeah, so recently, the studio's been pretty slow, to be honest. But we've been doing like a lot of like hip hop. It's a big thing. Like I work in one of the biggest hip hop studios like in Boston.
Yeah.
So hip hop's like a big thing for me. I mean, the one thing that I did get to do recently that was really cool though is working with Flavor Flav, and that was a blast.
Wow. And I've seen that you worked with DMX before as well. So you had some taste of working with professionals at the higher level.
Yes, definitely.
How would you describe that? Did you feel a difference between when you work with less professionals, amateurs, and them?
Yeah, so absolutely. So one thing for sure is with those type of artists, they really know what they want.
Yeah.
I'll never forget this to this day. When I was working with DMX, like I'd be setting up the mic for him, and he was like, just a little bit lower, like his growly, gravelly voice, and like just a little lower, man, because like I'm gonna come in at it, I'm gonna come down at it. So like he was right about the mic setup.
So like yeah, he has the experience to know exactly what gets him in the zone. That's the difference. That takes time to build.
Oh, and honestly, I'll say one last thing about that because it like lives in my head rent free forever. He lays down a perfect verse.
Yeah.
And then the producer's like, you know what? Can we add one line to that? And I turn around. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's just punch it in. DMX is basically like nah, like scrap the whole verse. I'm only one and done. That's it. Like I'm not punching in. DMX does not punch in.
Just because of one line, he did the whole verse again, even though it was a.
He did the whole verse again.
Well, that's the difference between professionals. You gotta force the other guys to kind of do it again and do multiple takes, and these guys just want to do it willingly.
Exactly.
Yo, thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. I'm gonna start asking some questions about you in person, like how you started, what was the inspiration, and why sound engineering. So tell us your story.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. So basically for me, you know, I went to Berklee College of Music, and as soon as I got in, I was kind of just on that like happy cloud of just like, oh, cool, Berklee, great, wonderful. But, you know, quickly into Berklee, I started to realize that I don't want to be practicing 9 hours in a practice room. There'd be some artists, you know, or musicians next to me that were so good that I basically just want to throw up and quit.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, I'm not. I can't be at that level. It's not my thing. I'm not going to be in a practice room 9 hours a day. And so I always used to like record hip hop with my friend. You know, I'd use like hip hop EJ, like, you know, like just really shitty programs back in the day. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but I would record hip hop with my buddy and it would be fun. And then sort of like to zoom along, you know, I sort of realized early into Berkeley that I needed to do something that, you know, could be more lucrative and that more is like, you know, what resonates in me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you got to follow your passion. It's so important, but like you got to get paid. You got to make money.
Of course. Yeah.
You got to survive. So with audio engineering, you know, you kind of get that beauty of the both worlds. You know, you can get by, pay your bills, survive, but also expand your passion.
Yeah.
And grow, you know, and it makes you a better musician, it makes you a better artist. Like it all comes full circle.
100% agree. I think just being involved, you're still super involved in the creative aspect of the music production, and no one can take that away from you as an engineer, because a lot of people see only the artist and what happens when what they do, but they don't see how much it goes into the mixing side and the mastering side to get that artist vision to come out properly, you know. But we
Absolutely.
know that, and we feel good about what we do, so that's what that matters.
Absolutely. And then to sort of like speed up the story though, you know, I was trying to get into like the music production engineering major at Berkeley.
Yeah.
And you actually had to have like a comprehensive resume to even get in.
Yeah.
And so basically I was just like, all right, I need to start getting some internships under my belt. So I interned at this like corporate Goliath down the road from me, where it was like all like Progressive, Subway, Google, McDonald's, all that shit, just the big commercials. And it was like terrible intern work, like just absolutely terrible. And then I was interning at Cybersound, where I'm still currently right now. And that was sort of just like mom and pop shop, you know, just like low key vibes, good vibes. Like they actually cared about their interns, treated them well. And I ended up basically just sticking around there, working my way up to become the head engineer and get a lot of amazing, you know, blessings that's happened to me ever since.
You worked your way up into, like, from a studio, you started doing little lesser jobs, if you want to call it that, and now you're the head engineer, so people come for you and they book it with you.
Yes, exactly.
That's the dream as an audio engineer. I think you wanted that when you started this path, and now you got it, and there's only more to come, right?
Exactly. And yep, I'm gonna keep going up and up. Quick question, my friend, too. I'm getting like a slapback with my audio. I just wonder, we're gonna figure that out.
Slapback. Are you listening to me on your headphones?
Yeah, from my phone.
It's probably coming from somewhere, because like I don't hear any slapback in the stream. Do you guys hear anything in the chat? I'm just gonna quickly read some stuff off the chat while you figure that out.
Cool.
Yo, welcome Spider, Hydra. I see you guys. How are you doing? As you know, we're gonna do the interview for about half an hour, 40 minutes max. Meanwhile, you can submit your music. The submission email is on both screens. Is it better now?
Still getting a slapback. Let's figure that
out. Make sure it's not coming through your headphones being too loud. Just an idea. Right, so the email is on the screen if you want to submit something. And please send me only MP3, SoundCloud links, Spotify or YouTube links. No WAV files, because it's going to mess up the stream. I'm streaming on 2 platforms at the same time. That takes so much out of my internet. So, yeah, that's the deal. After the interview, which is in about 30 minutes or so, we're going to end up listening to your music and the usual plan. So I think we're all good. And welcome, everybody, if you just joined the stream. We're back on track, Justin?
I think I might be getting closer. Hold that thought.
Fist, you asked what DAW does Justin use? I know that he uses Pro Tools, and I think as an audio engineer, that's the right way to go if you don't produce as much. DJ
All right,
Quattro
cool.
Music. Yes, I remember your submission. It somehow ended up in my spam folder. So I'm just gonna add you to the queue right now. And when it's your turn, I'm gonna go to my spam folder and find your submission. That's all good, bro. And sorry for last night. Actually, not last night, a couple of nights ago. I will play yours tonight, definitely. I'm getting your stuff and adding it to the queue. You good now? Is everything okay?
I'm wondering if like the slapback is just like a natural byproduct of like what it is.
It could
Hearing
be.
it on TikTok.
It could be.
I can probably like make do without it though. Like when I talk, I might just take my phones off a little bit. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it probably is because of the delay that you hear yourself back through your microphone and then you hear on TikTok maybe a few seconds or milliseconds later. That's the slapback. Yeah. That's probably it. Alright. Oh, that music in the back is going big. Alright, I have another question for you. Do you prefer to collaborate or do you prefer to work alone? I know you don't produce as much, but what's the vibe for you? Do you like to be in your own zone alone or with people?
That's a good question. So basically what I would say is that collaboration to me, I think is everything in music. It's so important.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, like I respect those people that like, you know, can be in their bubble and just create and do everything.
Yeah.
Like that takes a lot of skill. But to me, how I like to view it is that you're only supposed to wear so many hats at once. You know what I mean? If you wear too many hats on your head, they're going to fall off your head. Yeah. You know? So I think at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's okay to like share those hats with some other people, you know? And then just come together and make something incredible. Like I think collaboration is so important. Even just with mixing and mastering and not getting lost in that sauce. Yeah. Just asking like a casual listener, they could tell you in 2 seconds what's wrong with your mix that would take you like 8 hours to hear.
Yeah.
You know?
That's 100% true, but I think a lot of people in the recent years, they're getting more into their zone and working alone because of the costs of hiring professionals. And you know, the whole cliche of people just dropping the first message without even asking how are you, collab bro. That was a theme, you know, on Instagram, everybody just say collab. So like people just started getting into their own zone, but you're right, we need to start doing more stuff like we did today with the video together or this stream, just talking to each other because we have the same passion, we share a lot of the same knowledge, same tools and same process, so why not talk together about it?
Exactly, I couldn't say it better myself.
So that's great. We have both mindsets, the same mindset on collaborations, and I'm trying to get into it more. You trying to get into it more, which is great. And I invite everybody in the chat to also start working with each other more. You're not gonna regret it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that like, I hope to see more engineers on this platform collaborating too, because I think it would make some beautiful things.
Yeah, definitely. That's something I'm trying to do. I'm messaging a lot of people, trying to make it happen, and I hope that they're gonna accept to be a part of it, because there is no motive behind it apart from the fact that we can grow together instead of trying to have more followers than this guy and more views than that guy. What's the point? We can all have the views and followers together.
Exactly. And what you do start to realize soon when you start to build that following in people, like those things become smaller and smaller as far as like what actually matters.
Yep. True.
100%.
Factual. All right, I'm gonna ask you some questions that I know people mainly care about. So these were the mental side of things. Now let's go to the gear side of things. I know that you're an engineer, so I'm gonna ask you about your favorite mixing and mastering plugins.
Let's bring it. Do it.
Tell me, what do you like? What's your go-to mix bus processing, first of all?
All right, I have a lot, but one that I would tell everyone that they could benefit from, Black Box by Plugin Alliance.
What a great saturator, man.
I mean, truth be told, you can just run about every mix you've ever done through that plugin.
Yep.
And you're gonna feel better about it.
Like even on 10% mix, even if you don't touch the knobs as much, you just mix it on 10%, just putting it on, it just brings it a little bit more forward.
It does, and I've noticed especially like even just the vocal presence I feel that come forward when I put black box on my whole mix.
Yeah, 100%.
It's insane.
What do you use for your limiting? Is it Pro L2 or you have other tastes?
I'm basically just using the ozone limiter for now. Where I'll use Pro L2 is when I need to get like crazy loudness.
Yep.
But when I don't need that, I find the ozone limiter just incredibly flexible, especially with the soft clipper edition now. Like, I love the sound of it.
I use that soft clipper option all the time too, and to be honest, I use the transient emphasize as well a little bit, like on 1%.
I love that transient emphasis on that plugin.
I went to Metropolis Studios. I'm not sure if you heard it. It's a really famous studio in London, and we had a little day trip a couple of times there. The engineers there, like their mastering engineers, are really famous. About like 8 rooms of mastering engineers with full-on gear, right? And even those guys, they use the ozone limiter and the Pro L2 in succession. So like they have the gear of L2, the analog gear in front of them. They don't use that. They use the plugins.
I believe it. Absolutely.
It's crazy. Like the plugins have come a long way, especially when it comes to stuff like brick wall limiting, because the analog gear sometimes lets it go, but the digital gear, they're precise. They're so precise.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know you had a big little scandal with Grizzly Wheel about the whole GoFast situation, and he duetted you saying about the game changing thing. What's your whole deal with Grizzly Wheel? Because like I never enjoyed the fact that people come and simply pick on other people for their platform. I'm not a fan of that. Don't pick on other people. We are on different stages of our life. So what's your say on that?
Yeah, that's a fair point. So me and Grizzly, first off, are totally cool.
Yeah.
I love the guy. Like, I respect his vibe. So obviously there was that whole GoFast thing.
Yep.
And it was really interesting though. And what kind of blew my mind about it too though is like, if you haven't used the plugin, why are you commenting on it though? I mean, that's just one thing. Like, I don't care who it is. Like, I fuck with Greasy, I'm down. But like, for anybody, like, you know, at least try it out before you weigh in. And then what's interesting too is like, then Jeff Ellis kind of like shat on it too. And then what's funny is just like, okay, first off, like, you're a great mixing engineer, and I totally fuck with Jeff Ellis too. But when you sort of just like shit on a plugin and you don't really like give your reasoning why, like, what are you really contributing then, you know? At least when I like blew up GoFast on the spot, and I want everyone to know, like, I'm not getting paid for this shit. I've worked with them before, but everything that came out recently, I'm not getting paid for that.
Yeah.
You know, when I said that, I backed that up with like a very comprehensive deep dive video explaining GoFast that almost like nobody has ever known really on TikTok, like how the hell that works. Mm-hmm. I made that video to show people and back up my point is to like, listen, there's nothing like this. It is legitimately a game changer. And I'll defend that till I die.
I put it on my master bus on really subtle settings, if it's like on 10%, just for a little bit of a control, or I put it on my buses sometimes. And I think like Soothe is very similar to GoFast, but then you have to do a lot of things manually. But when it comes to GoFast, it's 2 knobs and 2 filters, and he just does the job in a matter of milliseconds, fast. Just controls everything.
Absolutely.
And yep.
At the end of the day, too, it's like, you know, they spent, or he, whatever, she, I don't know, they spent like 10 years coding that plugin.
Yeah.
It's truly like a work of art. And I'll tell you a quick background story as to like why I really defend that plugin.
Go on.
Before I started using it, and we were in quarantine and lockdown, right?
Yeah.
I made a whole electronic album. Like every day I would spend 8 hours on a song and then not touch it, never go back. Like that was it. I gave myself 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Move on. So I got a whole album done, and it just didn't quite have a sound. Like something just didn't click right, you know? I tried out GoFast as a demo because I'm like, you know what? I've heard about this. I want to see what the hype is about. I put that on every song, and my album was done.
Yeah.
I was like, that was what it was missing.
Just control, and like it's like automating in a speed that you can't do. You can't
Exactly.
automate yourself like that, but it does it for you and creates that
Right.
movement.
And it adapts to the signal over 300 times per second. I mean, that's
Yeah.
like just stupid.
It sucks
And
your CPU.
I'll say this
though.
too. The Ozone Sculptor, it's a great tool, but it has nothing on Gullfoss. It's a different tool. It doesn't have the same vibe. So that's my take
People
on
in
it.
the chat are saying sound Goodizer on everything and done. I'm not sure if you're aware of the whole sound Goodizer.
Top
I am.
Goodizer.
I am.
We have a whole joke. I think my whole community, the fam that joins my live, is known as the Top Goodizer fam. So
Top
we
Goodizer.
have this going on, and it's a joke. Everything
Nice.
we say, any feedback you give, they're gonna say sound Goodizer or more sound Goodizer. Just be aware.
Oh, of course. I've seen it all the time in the FL world.
Yeah. Sound Goodizer and Grow Speed. All right, we have another like 15 minutes of chatting, then we're gonna start the music, guys. So please keep them coming. I'm gonna close the submissions a lot sooner tonight because last time we had 36 tracks, and that took a long time. So be quick if you want to be part of tonight's live. The next question I want to move on to is that, do you enjoy creating content, or do you do it because you have to? That's a big thing for me, so I want to know what you think.
That's a really good question. I think, truthfully, anyone who's not lying to themselves,
Yeah.
it's both. And truthfully, what I'll expand upon that, where like I absolutely do it because I enjoy doing it, and just the overwhelming support of love I've gotten from people, just being like, oh my god, like, you know, it's so much easier to understand your videos. Like, I'm really learning a lot from you. Like, you can't put a price on that. It's just incredible feeling. I'm sure you've experienced that too. Like,
Yeah.
it's what keeps you going. But
Oh, go on. It has
oh yeah, on the flip side, it does become the grind of like, oh shit, I gotta get a video up for tomorrow. I gotta find something to post.
Yep.
So it does become this almost a little bit toxic, where you're just digging and digging and digging to just find something to put out. When you've been doing this as long as I have now on TikTok, anyways, you know, I'm not saying this for everyone. You
Yeah.
do this shit long enough though, it gets there.
Yeah. Look, 100% agree. It's both, and that whole that digging thingy that you say, I deal with every day. Sometimes you don't have anything to share, but you gotta go. Like, I open FL Studio, start pressing buttons, something happens. Oh shit, no one's know that. I'm gonna post about that, right? That happened to me.
Yeah.
But also, I cannot deny how much it helped me and my confidence as an engineer to know that what I know, my knowledge, and what I share is helping people out, as you said. And man, I get messages, I get comments, and I have this beautiful community that joins my life on YouTube and TikTok, who
Right.
they give 2 hours of their life to me at the end of the night, hang out with me. And sometimes when I don't want to come live, I know that I'm gonna get the message from one of them saying, "Are you live tonight?" And that means he's waiting. You know, that's just a different feeling.
Yeah, it's an incredible feeling, and it makes all the struggle of it worth it
Yeah.
any day of the week, you know?
Now I've got a juicy one for you. What's your take on formal education when it comes to the music industry? You studied, I have my master's. Let's debate.
That's a great question, too. Okay, so at least going off my experience, I did really enjoy Berkeley. It was just amazing to go to a class and actually give a shit about what they were teaching. Like, I'd bring my notepad and I would actually take notes. You know, I didn't apply myself well in high school, but in Berkeley, I came and was interested. And that in itself was a whole experience I've never experienced.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that, like, when I applied to Cybersound for an internship, coming from Berkeley did give me a little bit of an edge. Absolutely. But do you need a formal education to do this kind of stuff? Hell no.
Yeah.
Not at all.
We're finally where I wanted to be. Like, I think more and more people they're getting to this point of, do you really need it? No. But do I want it? Maybe. The thing is, if you can afford it, if the loan is worth it for you, the country that you work in. But man, I feel like nowadays the money and the fame, everything is on internet, and you can find everything, you can do anything on internet, and you can do it basically for free. You can learn it for free. So why would you go to a school that have like 10 other people, 20 other people in the same class, that they are on different levels? Some of them still trying to figure out what's the low cut. Some of them are like fighting with the low end. But then you're sitting here getting... I was looking at some point for that 1 dB extra so my song is as loud as the guys out there. And in my class, they were fighting over what's an EQ. I don't want to be in that class. That's boring to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's the part that gets annoying for me, and I think people can find better education outside of university.
Absolutely. And you know, I'll spit some hard truth because like in my age, like I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I just keep it real. I don't like to sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
One time, you know, one thing that you got to ask yourself too, if you decide to go the formal education route, especially like a place like Berkeley, you might need a support system to deal with the aftermath that's going to come your way from how fucking expensive that shit is.
Yeah.
Like you really might need it. And it's nothing to feel bad about. You know, I got help too, and I'm okay admitting it. But that's something that people need to ask themselves because it's that brutal, especially coming out of the music industry and like there's so little work and it's so competitive. It's tough.
It is. And I think like I haven't got a similar experience to you because Berkeley obviously has a name, and a lot of applicants and people who come there, they really want to be good. That's maybe the difference between your experience of education and mine, because in my school, I feel like people who just came out of college, 18-year-old, they're still looking for party, they're still looking for this and that, and I was in a different stage of my life, older. It just pissed me off, man. Like if you're in the class, learn, share something, but you know, I understand what you mean. And in the US is a lot more different with the loans. We got it a lot better in the UK than you guys.
That's what I've heard.
It makes a lot more sense to get education in the UK than in the US.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a damn shame it can't be that way here, you know?
Now, I have a question from the chat for you. My man says, if you have the beat hitting at like -1 dB, then how loud do you mix your vocals?
Okay. Well, first off, I'll say that like if the beat is like peaking at -1, there's like no headroom to be doing anything in that point. You know, you're out of luck. You're shit out of luck. And truthfully, I don't like to throw around absolute in numbers. It's never about that. But I'm gonna give chat like just a good little tip that has never steered me wrong in many situations. When you bring in like a type beat or like a mastered beat, and let's say you're gonna record vocals over that, you turn that down by about -10 from, you know, on the gain side.
Yep.
It works like a charm.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, use your ears. You know, sometimes you got to use your eyes for gain staging. That's okay too.
Yeah.
But you turn that beat down by about -10. It almost works every time for me, if I'm being real.
It just gives you time. It gives you space to work with your vocals, and then if you want to bring it back up together, you can, of course. But like,
Exactly.
you don't have to work at high levels where you're like fighting with your limiter for 1 dB just to hit. Why would you put yourself in that situation? Because like a lot of people
you don't want to be in that situation.
That's like a lose-lose situation, because when you buy the beat or when the artist brings the beat, they didn't pay attention to that. They bought a mastered MP3 beat, they bring it to you, expect you to record something on top. The person who mixed the beat had no intention of giving you space, but you didn't think about that. You're trying to force yourself on top, and you expect us. I've had this dialogue people were telling me, do your magic. I was like, bro, it's not magic. I can't. I don't have any magic. It's not magic. But like, they still expect you to do something for them. Just pay attention when you're buying your beats, and pay attention when you choose your engineer, guys.
Exactly.
What's the chat saying? Are you listening to the songs we sent you today? Yes, we will. We have another 5 to 10 minutes of questions. I'm gonna ask a couple more questions, either from the chat or from my own inventory of questions from Justin, and then we start the reviews, guys. Patience, a little bit of patience. And let me just check the queue. How many have we got so far? We've got 18 in the queue.
Definitely feel free to share this live. You know any cool artists, musicians, get them in her.
Yeah, man. I always forget, like, this is what I'm bad at, promoting myself. Talk to us about that. How important do you think it is to be vocal and promote yourself?
Oh, that's a great question too. So let me tell you something about myself too. Like, you know, and I don't think this is an exception for most engineers, but like, I'm definitely more of an introvert, and I'm not a chatty guy particularly.
Yeah.
Which might be a surprise to a lot of people on social media. But what's so funny, if you look at my very first YouTube videos, oh my Lord, it's embarrassing. Like, I'm just so low energy, monotone. It's very like off-putting.
Like, I don't want to be here vibes.
Exactly. So, you know, I definitely had to like really pep myself up.
Yep.
To get into that state of being a creator, a content creator. But then what's amazing is I started to realize that wasn't being a false version of myself. That was me being excited about what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And then what's incredible is that side of me became very real. And then I just realized it's like, you know what? It's not even exactly acting, even though obviously it's a little bit of acting. It's just another part of me. So to answer your question more on point is it's a very hard thing to like grow that confidence, to promote yourself, to take a stance, to not be annoyed by the way your own voice sounds on chat, all those things. Like, you know, I still get bothered by that all the time.
Yep.
And that was a whole scene on TikTok for a bit with my VO chain, if you remember that one. That was fun.
Yep.
But at the same time, everybody, I think, should embark on this journey when they're ready to do it. You know, I think that also is something that isn't mentioned a lot to people, is like, do it when you're ready. Don't just throw yourself in because you feel like you should. Because then if you start coming out with content that just has holes in it, and it's just like, maybe there's some mistruths you don't know, misinformation,
they're gonna
it's
jump
not a great
on
way
you,
to
man.
start.
The Grizzly Wheels of the world, the Analog Q studios of the world, they're gonna jump on you.
Absolutely.
Man, I felt confident when I came out with my content. I knew that I can sit down with the uni professors and have a chat, and they don't have shit on me, right? But still, when I posted on TikTok, I had this fear, this guy's gonna come and say something. They still do, like, no matter how perfect what you say is, if we have a perfect thing to say, they're gonna find something. Like, I made a video about how to get a big reverb sound constantly around, not the sidechain method. I did mention that the sidechain method is one, this is another method. And still, like, someone came and commented pre-delay. Like, thank you for looking at the reverb plugin and finding a knob you thought I don't know about.
Exactly. But then what you really realize too from that journey and experience is you will just never please everyone.
Nope.
And I've definitely gotten comments myself that I've just like really scratched my head that have nothing to do with the video even.
Yep.
But then it's like, you know what? That's cool. Like, it's cool to experience all the different sides of it, even that negative sides too, because it makes you more confident and stronger yourself.
You learn how to respond to that shit. Yeah, how to respond to it, when to react, when to not react. It's hard at the start. It comes with experience.
Absolutely.
Okay, because we have like 5 minutes max for the chat. I'm gonna take a couple quick from the chat and ask you. Let's be quick about it together. So my man's saying, are there any plugins or advice when mixing with headphones?
Ooh, that's a great question. So of course there's Sound ID, where you can tune your headphones.
Yep.
I will be honest though, I'm not a huge fan of that stuff. Like, I have my Audio-Technica M50s. Mm-hmm. I've used them extensively. I know how they sound, and I make it work. Because here's the problem with Sound ID. That's not gonna be at every studio or place you're going to.
Yep.
So if you know how your headphones sound, where you just plug them in, to me, that's the way to go any day of the week.
So basically your tip is also to just know your gear, whatever it is, whether it's Apple EarPods or fancy 1,000-pound headphones, just know it. Because we had this discussion last time with my previous guests as well. That's the most important thing about the mix. Whatever it is you mix on, listen to a lot of good music on it until you're comfortable knowing what good music sound like.
100%. 100%. And though I will add one last point on it too. When I use Sound ID in my speakers that I built at Berkeley at home,
Yeah.
my life was changed forever. It was one of the best things I ever invested in.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that.
I love using the Sound ID. If you don't know what we're talking about the SonarWorks Sound ID, I believe. I never call it Sound ID. I call it SonarWorks.
Yes,
But-
yeah, exactly.
So how I use that is I don't mix through it. I check my mix through it. So when I'm done getting what I've done comfortable with my speakers, then I start checking how it sounds with the reference, with my headphones reference. And if it sounds kind of averagely good between all of it, I know that in the grand scheme of things, I'm good. That's the best way probably.
Exactly. And I'll say this too. I fully agree with that workflow.
Yeah.
But then I never realized how bad my speakers were, not tuned.
You
So
see
that's the one
6
exception.
dB boost, like the 6 dB boost on the low end, you get, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was just like a whole new world. So that's the one rare exception. I leave Sound ID at my home speakers exclusively.
Yeah.
I won't listen to them without it.
You got used to it because like it's hard to get used to the flat sound. A lot of people don't like to mix with the flat sound because it loses all the energy. You got to get used to it. It's not something that happens in a day or a week.
Exactly. And then a good little defense I have for that too. I was working way too hard on those speakers and I never felt comfortable with it.
Right.
So Sound ID gave me that very quickly and made me realize very quickly that those speakers, that particular pair that I built, needed it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I think different situation and different rooms requires different solutions always.
100%.
What's one tip for a tight low end? I find hard to convince myself about it. That's what the question was.
Okay, that's an interesting question. What I'd probably say at that point, because there's so many different ways you can deal with something like that, I do think that like some multi-band compression.
Sorry, that was alert.
Oh, no worries. Some multi-band compression on the low end can go a long way if you just like a little dab will do you.
Yeah.
Just to get that in check, you know. Like I'm a big fan of doing that on my masters, where I'll use the Ozone multi-band compressor, and it can really help just wrangle it in if you're very smooth and transparent with it.
So like you do it on the very low end. So we're talking below 100 hertz or below 50 hertz, roughly.
It changes every time. That's
Depends
the thing.
on how much you got on
But just the low end in general, a little bit of multi-band compression on that to put it in pocket,
Yeah.
can go a long way.
Yeah, I get that. I love to do that with Soothe. I always
Soothe
like
is a great way to
sidechain
do that, yeah.
Soothe to the low mids. But yeah, that should be a good thing for you. I also made like a full-on video about low end and how to mix low end 3 methods of sidechain on YouTube. So if you want to check that out. And last question from the chat: how do you pick good sounds to use for beats? People always talk about using good sounds, but how do I determine which ones are good? That's actually a good question.
That's a really good question. That makes me like have to think almost for a second too. One thing that you probably wouldn't expect me to say, but obviously there's so many good sounds out there now and good samples. But if you just share that beat with a friend and just get an outside ear, they can probably tell you in 2 seconds if you're sounding like cheesy MIDI shit.
Yeah.
Or it's like, that actually feels like a professional beat. Because honestly, I think there's such a plethora of good sound choices now that to really know what sounds good and works, you gotta also put in the years of experience to know what works. And know when something doesn't sound too cheesy or like it just has a professional sound to it. So to answer the question, like an outside perspective could be a great way to get that where you get lost.
Yeah.
But also it's gonna just take you time to build that ear, I think.
It's like there are always good sounds that you audition, but it's a matter of which one's the right one for that project. Because like,
well said, yes.
It's not a matter of bad sound or good sound a lot of times. It's a matter of which one's right for that project, and that's what people need to gain with experience. which kick works with which 808 better. Like that just doesn't happen in a day. I still struggle sometimes. You got to take your time with sound selection. It's super important. That's how you learn.
That's why there's those memes where like they're going through a snare sample for an hour.
Yeah, I hate that, man. Everybody made that. Come on, bro.
And
find something new. Okay, one last question from me because I want to wrap it up and we start the reviews. What would you say to yourself if you were just starting your journey?
Oh, wonderful question to wrap on. So I'm not even going to say this from a point of like selling myself. Like I genuinely mean this. Find a mentor, get lessons. Like before this stream, I just did a lesson with someone.
Yep.
In that one lesson, they said, I learned so damn much in that one lesson, and like it has changed my perspective forever.
Yeah.
So seriously, like to anyone who's seeing this, like that is the way to really get better at all this stuff much faster. You're not gonna get it always from a YouTube video. It's not, you take those settings, paste it onto your song. It's not gonna work. You need a human who's gone through this, has that experience, and can help guide you and mold you in the right direction. That's like one of the ultimate hacks. It's like, get a damn mentor.
That's the right way of education in music. Instead of giving your money to a professor who has to teach to 20 people every day the same thing through a book, get yourself a mentor who can focus on what's your problem, what you want to learn every session, and that way, much faster you get to your result, and you paid a lot less, trust me.
1000% on that, yep.
All right, cool, perfect. We're all ready, and we're again on schedule with the interview being done exactly 40 minutes in. So, we have right now 19 tracks in the queue. Guys, I'm gonna close the submissions probably in 20 minutes at 11 o'clock UK time. So keep them coming and don't start, spamming the chat after. Okay, the first submission is from Matrix. Let's go. Let me stop that background music. If you see this icon that right now is in front of Matrix's name, that means that song is being played. If you see a tick in front of it, it means it's being played. So, easy as that. This extended mix? Alright, I feel you, bro. Building up. Fire! It has that distinct Matrix sound. I've listened to a lot of your tracks, man. You have a sound every time.
It does get the Matrix vibe. I like that.
Matrix and Matrix, both together. Yeah. I'm gonna summon Andrew Tate in the stream 1 second. Alright, we're gonna listen to a little bit more of this because it's an extended mix. I wanna hear the second drop to see if you're gonna do something cool for us, but then we stop and move on. Your name is Neo. What do you mean, bro? By the way, Justin, you can see the YouTube chat on your TikTok screen down the bottom left, and you can obviously see the TikTok chat down.
Got you.
Get down low, down low, down low, down low, get down low, get low, get down low. Wow, get high.
Face.
Get down low.
So, what do you think of the mix on this one?
I don't know if I really got any critique. I think for what it is, it's hidden.
I would say it's a really good mix, but still could be more banging in the low end. It still has that room for the bass to be bigger, but also tighter. To me, I'm not sure what you're hearing, but man, these headphones, I love it.
I know what you're saying. I think I feel that too.
Because like I know when the guests come through the TikTok audio, you lose some of the definition compared to what
Yeah,
I'm
you do.
hearing.
I can hear that.
Which is why I understand if your perspective is a bit different. Matrix, but that was fire, man. Honestly, as always, your stuff sounds fire.
Cool track.
Okay, who's next? We've got Craviland. You're in for something that you barely hear, man. This man, Craviland, makes some weird ass music.
Hai la drum, dă-ți cu parfum. Hai că mă lua nebunie. I'm the highest in the room. Te iau cu mine în Amgor, pe o plajă în Cancun, unde îmi fac nebunie. I'm the highest in the room. Hai la drum, dă-ți cu parfum. Hai la drum.
This is sick.
Just a different vibe, man. Like the Romanian nowadays, Romanian music is more Arabic than Arabic people. I don't know how.
Te iau cu mine în Amgor, pe o plajă în Cancun, unde îmi fac nebunie. I'm the highest in the room. Dă-ți cu parfum.
I don't have my t-shirt to turn for you, Krabby, tonight.
Hai la drum.
And I can't take it off on TikTok.
Bruh.
Oh, you have a new tag, bro. Well, congratulations on that. There you go. Someone turns up, like always. We have more than 3-4 people Romanian in the chat. It's enough that we mention Romania, they start chatting in Romanian. Don't do that, guys.
That was sick.
Oh,
I
shit.
had a good ride with
Here we
that.
go again.
I love it. Like the way he changes the vibe of the stream every time with these tracks, man, is great. What did I want to do for you? Oh, as always. That's the best response to his music for me.
Bruh.
All right, who's next? We've got AU Savant. Is it all Savant? How do you pronounce that, bro? Let's go. It's called What I Didn't Do. Spotify release track.
Oh my God, have you seen her? 'Cause I've been falling with no
Justin, you have a
breather,
question in YouTube
no
chat.
time off, ain't
Lay it on me.
sleeping, I ain't cold, babe. The silence best to fear. Oh dear, I've lost my peace.
One audio headset? Is that what you're talking about? One audio?
Where I'm gonna go, ain't none of them
Good night, bro. Thanks for coming.
Failure, will you be there? Will you be there? I need a change leaving, change leaving. You know I'm at an all-time low, all-time low. Where we could go? Did I give up all up on myself? Ever since I was young, when did I lose it all? Promise that I try to change, so I'll keep abiding my time. I'm abiding.
Check out my man if you enjoy the music.
I'm biting. Where my God is, have you seen her?
Lionel, yes. Submit via email,
no
please.
Breather, no time off, ain't sleeping, I ain't cold back.
You go first. What you think?
Wow. I really like how different that was. Like, especially just like the weird ambient noises behind it. Like, it was very much its own unique vibe, and I respect that.
Yeah, and like you kind of wait for a drop to happen, but it never does.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
That bothers me personally, but you know.
Yeah,
some
I know how
people-
that feels too. But sometimes people can get away with that. If you do it just right, like you can get away with it. But I know that exact feeling you're talking about.
Yeah, what I have to really give it to you though, bro, with this submission is that you got a really good vocal tone and a really good ambient vibe in the mix. That you've done pretty well, and like regardless of my taste or that other person's taste, you got a really good mix. And if you done it yourself, congrats. Right, we've got my brother Amarildo. This is my favorite part of the reviews, man. Every time. Have fun.
Be careful, be ready. I open the hunt. Tonight we gone dancing. Boy, don't close your eyes.
You mixed it yourself. Congratulations, bro. Really good mix. Respect.
I know you won't feel it. Desire in the air. I feel like wolf tonight. Holding at the moon. I will find you soon. I hear it round and round. Red light from animal, 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 animal,
The loneliness shackles, land in a bed for don't move, don't try, it's game live or die.
Fire!
Loneliness shackles, land in a bed for don't move, don't try, it's game live or die.
Oh my goodness.
careful, be ready. I open the hunt. Tonight we gone dancing.
You're gonna try to mix like this, bro? He mastered this genre. It's not easy.
From everywhere. I know you won't feel it.
This sounds amazing, though, by the way.
Flawless to me. Absolutely flawless.
It might need the sound Goodizer, though.
Yeah.
More sound Goodizer. More sound Goodizer.
He knows it. One more drop. Give us one more. You always give us a treat at the end of the song. Ooh, filtered bass.
Don't try, it's game live or die. The loneliness shackles, land in a bed for don't try, it's game live or die.
Okay, let's go.
This is the type of music that makes you question your own skills, bro. Every time. Man. Look, no disrespect to Alan Walker, but if I have to pick between you and Alan Walker, it's an easy pick for me. His stuff sounds ass sometimes, the mix, but your mixes are great. What do you think, Justin?
10 out of 10 for me.
Same. Oh, by the way, before I forget, we only listened to 4 tracks. I forgot it the last time, but not tonight. You are in charge of giving a star to each of the tracks that you think actually could compete for the best track of the evening at the end. So
Okay.
as we go, let me know which one you want to start. So we had Mitrix, we have the Kraviland Middle Eastern track, we had the last ambient track, and now we had Amarildo with the Slap House. Any of
That
them you
last
wanna
track,
start?
I think, deserves a star.
All right. He always wins the live anyway. He's used to it. All right, let's go. We've got Rozo beats coming up. My man makes some crazy ass beats.
Only been a few hours, but it feels like days.
Aye, Rozo, turn me up.
Only been days, but it feels like months. When we come for you, only feel like months. Like too fast. Only been a few hours, but it feels like days. Only been days, but it feels like months.
All right, it's not a beat this time.
Too fast and you know what you want. Only been a few hours, but it feels like days. Only been days, but it feels like months. When we come for you, only feel like once. Like too fast and you know what you want. Only been a few hours, but it feels like days. Only been days, but it feels like months. When we come for you, only feel like once. Like too fast and you know what you want.
Great 808 roll, bro. Fire!
Only been a few hours, but it feels like days. Only been days, but it feels like months. When we come for you, only feel like once. Like too fast and you know what you want. Only been a few hours, but it feels like days. Only been days, but it feels like months. When we come for
Would you
you,
say
only
like
feel
Juice
months.
WRLD type of beat?
Like
Ish?
too fast and you know what you want.
It does have that vibe, yeah.
Been a few hours, but it feels like days.
Storytelling?
Only been days, but it feels like months.
Yeah.
When we come for you, only feel like once. Like
It's
too
chill
fast.
vibes, though. I like it.
Yeah. A lot of people started to make beats like where there is no kick. There's just the 808 has that little attack on it and they use it as a kick. I rarely do that, but you know, it works.
Yeah, it does.
Only been a few hours, but it feels like days.
Aye, Rozo, turn me
Only
up.
been days, but it feels like months.
Someone's gonna ask me to recreate your tag now. Man, I've made so many tag videos. Right. Great stuff. What you think, bro?
That was chill. That was a cool beat. I dug it.
Your beat has been dug by Justin. All right. Just make sure you remember. I don't want to keep saying because I don't want to force you because of the star and stuff. Just remember it. That's something.
I remember. I
that's
got you. I got you.
All right. Next in line is Merc. Let's go. Wow. This, look at the waveform on this.
There's no other way, sorry. I just gotta go find another home, baby. I just gotta go.
It's like a proper polish.
I don't wanna go, baby. But there's no other way, sorry. I just gotta go find another home, baby. I just gotta go.
Yo, Merc, is that you on the vocal?
I just gotta go. another home, baby. I just gotta go. I don't wanna go, baby. But there's no other way, sorry. I just gotta go, find another home, baby. I just gotta go.
Whoa. You go, Justin. What you think?
That was sick. I really like the vibes of that. I might give that a star, to be honest.
There you go. Now we're talking. Now we're thinking alike. The ones I want to start, you want to start. I like that.
That's what's up.
Right. You know what, Merrick? Most of the time, I have a little critique for your mix. This time, though, it was flawless to me. You had the right amount of sub and the right amount of separation in your low end from every angle. Most of the time, you lack a little bit of a sub, but this time was just solid throughout. You got it, bro. All right. Who's next? We got Sufi coming up. Oh, shit. That email looks complicated. No, man. No one's playing today. Solid stuff. Hydra, the maximum entry are two per person per stream. Yo, my man Spider with a skip. Sorry, man, I just saw it late. Next is you in line. Hydra, I still haven't got your first one. I don't see you in the queue. Bro, what are you on? What do you use? The idea is great, but this is a great case study for wrong and right sound selection for the project. Yo, welcome, Cox. I'm gonna tell you what's my big problem with it, but you go first.
So my listening perspective is a bit different.
Yep.
But I will say that like some of those sounds like were kind of grating for me. I don't know if you were feeling that too exactly.
I just think that the priority of the mix is wrong. If you bring those sounds less prominent in the mix, and your drums and the bass is riding the mix, then it's not gonna be as annoying. But when it's the loudest thing on the mix, yeah, it bothers the hell out of me too. That's my thing. Like I always believe that nowadays with the listening preference that the younger generation has, and even our generation, we are after the rhythm more than the melody. So you gotta get your low end and your drums right and up top. If that's not working, your brilliant musicianship goes down the shithole every time. So yeah, that's my say. Great idea, poor mix on the low end. Right. We have the skip to go through. My man Spider, OG of the stream. Do it again.
Savage.
Bruh.
Call the firemen. What was that, bro?
I think we just went on a whole different wavelength.
Wow, bro.
That was a trip. That was pretty damn awesome.
Just to tell you, this man, Spider, DJ Arachnid, is the pioneer of the whole Sound Goodizer movement. So this is his voice.
Talk Goodizer.
And this is his
More
voice
Sound Goodizer.
on my soundboard. This guy, man, I love him so
No
much.
way, man.
He amazing, man. Always love to hear your stuff, and you're not far with the mix at all, in my opinion. What do you think, Justin?
Same deal. Yeah.
Pretty close to the final thing, even though I know it was just the idea. You got it, man. Recently, your stuff just bangs. We've got DJ Quattro Music. Bro, please tell me you're in the chat, because last time I missed you, and that was my bad. This time, don't miss it. Let's go.
Where were the good old days? Caught up in summer haze.
I see you, bro. Let's go.
Just rolling with the waves, get lost in dirty raves. Now we're going through with
That's the right way, Spider.
all the songs we played, spin around my head. I don't let them fade. Start them all again. 'Cause all that I know is dancing next to you makes me feel like the highest in the room. Time wears fast, but we still got enough. If we got love, yeah, we can light it up. And light it up. We got love, yeah, we can light it up. And light it up. We got love, yeah, we can light it up.
Love the vibe of the lyrics and the melody working together.
Remember when everything
I like the
seemed
vibe.
better, that grass is greener on the other side. Some things do last forever. Maybe we'll meet in heaven. Do a festival in the afterlife. All the songs we play.
Bro, I'm gonna go ahead and give that Spider track my star. Just I can't get it out of my head.
Start 'em all again. 'Cause all I know is dancing next to you makes me feel like the highest in the room. Time moves fast, but we still got enough. If we got love, yeah, we can light it up. And light it up. We got love, yeah, we can light it up. And light
summer vibes. Around this time, you gotta think about releasing this now. Photo is like he's on the beach. What would you say could improve about the low end in this one?
It's still tough for me to say with my listening perspective, but overall, the subtleties aside, I felt pretty like in the song. Like it felt like a good ride. Like I really enjoyed that song actually.
That's the thing, because people come to my streams and I'm a really picky guy, and like I'm known for being picky in these streams with the smallest things. So I always try to find a way to make it better, but you can't take it away. It was a great idea, great song put together.
Exactly,
And
that's for it.
like for a lot of people who's gonna be listening, they're not gonna be as picky as the likes of me and Justin. They're just gonna enjoy the vibe. So you got that right, 100%. But like if I want to like give you any pointers for the low end, is that if you listen to that track we listened from Amarildo, the Slap House track number 4 that got the star, you can hear the separation between the bass and the kick when they're hitting. Like it has the bounce, and this could really do with the bounce. It's well connected, well glued, but you could just try and see what happens if you create some gap between the bass notes and the kick, just to give it that bounce. Maybe it gets better, maybe it doesn't, but worth a try. Perfect. We're doing pretty good tonight, guys. We have like 50 minutes to go, and we have almost 12 tracks. So I haven't closed the submissions yet, but let's give it 8 minutes. 11:20. That's the last submission, and I won't change my word. We got another skip. Let me just check who that is before I miss it, and you guys block and report me. Mason Scott. Mason. Bro, what's your email name? Mason, quickly drop it for me in the chat. Whoever got that skip. Which submission is... It was Ruse? Oh, okay, gotcha. Let's go. Graham. Man, I love this track every day in the gym.
Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like eyelid. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I sign with stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet. Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me, they just dab me up and say good to meet me. I keep it going, flowing over just to make it look easy. For me to say I do this every day of the week. Me to be the one to talk about when all said and done with it. I'm featured at the pump, but then they don't wanna come with it. I'm a steez, still a blow up the numbers, and I ain't leaving no crumbs, so you know when I'm done with it. I'm a new school vibe with an old soul, grace and pay by the boat.
This goes so hard.
Chasing the wave from a robo, blow smoke right through the face of the ozone. Oh no, I got the bag and back to just double it. I'm about to pop the top, I been bubbling. They want the spot, but I do not follow me. They tryna plot my drop, they been huddling. Feeling so tall, I can give a high five to the pilot.
It was a different drop.
Eyelid.
Fire.
Blue faces blowing up like. Blowing up like.
Damn, bro.
Blue faces blowing up like.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Like.
Absolutely filthy.
Blue faces blowing up like.
Wow. Suspicious, bro. That shit was suspiciously good.
Yo, that's getting a star for me.
Yeah, the idea was great. I'm not gonna even pick on this one. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
It goes too hard.
Yeah, way too hard. Like people not gonna care about the mix on this one. This is just the idea. Wow, bro. I think it was your first submission in my lives. You earned my respect. We're gonna have a much chiller one now. We're gonna be listening to a Afrobeat, I believe, by Sigma. Oh, Marianne is you, Hydra? Sorry, my bad. I'm gonna change that to Hydra. Welcome back, Spider. Justin, I love talking on top of Sigma's tracks because it's so like it's built for that. It's almost like built for you to talk and have a chat on top of, chill.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like you sit down perfectly. I don't even have to mix myself on top of it. I can talk and it sounds good on top of his stuff every time.
That goes a long way in itself.
That means like he thought of the artist coming on top and there is a shit ton of space.
Exactly.
Is this Amo Piano? No, this is Afrobeat. Amo Piano is different a little bit. Why is it called London? Sigma. I'm really proud of your low end, bro. It's getting better every time. What do you think?
That was cool, chill vibes. Honestly,
Agreed.
I do feel like it's kind of very early stages as well. Like, I could maybe see a lot of growth for that with like when the vocals come in and like wherever you take it. But for what it is, just chill vibes. It's cool.
Yeah. My man recently started recording his own vocals, and that's not his thing. He's mainly a producer, but he started recording vocals of his own. And sadly, because of the equipment and his location, there is a lot of background noise and stuff. Do you have like any specific advice on how you can maybe fix that and eliminate that with bad equipment, get a bit better recording?
That's always a great question. So obviously room treatment does go many, many miles. Now that obviously is not an easy thing to do. That's a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
But an isolation filter, you know, like you could put it behind your microphone, that's going to help a little bit. But truthfully, and this is not a plug, but the new Clarity VX by Waves, can really get some of that, you know, the D-reverb one. Sorry, there's a Clarity one, and the new D-reverb that just came out. It's pretty effing effective.
Is it game changer or not?
Okay, I'll tell you this much. In a way, it is, because I've used the RX D-reverb for a while. I don't like the sound of it. The Waves one, though, I like the sound of it. And I would use it in my personal VO chain because it's so effective if it wasn't the latency issue.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a game changer.
Yeah, honestly, I've heard a lot of good things about that. It's a new plugin as well. So Sigma, if you haven't got your hand on that one, look into it. It's the Waves D-reverb. If you search it, it should come up. If it has a specific name, doesn't matter. And man, I think they reached something new with their algorithm, and it just takes the reverb away.
It's very impressive.
Seriously. And more than I've ever seen any D-reverb plugin do. And the best ones, I think, was the SPL by a mile back in the day.
Yep, and I'm still using that on my VO chain because of the low latency.
Yeah.
But I do hear that it kind of can suck away the audio a bit, and like the waves is superior.
It does add some resonance to other stuff, but I gotta give that a try. And now that you mentioned it, I'm gonna look into it myself and maybe make a video about it soon.
Yeah, I recommend it.
All right, let's move on. We've got Dinero coming up. You have Clarity VX doesn't do much? Yeah, get that one, it will do much. I will ask Justin that after this track, bro.
Samo tebe tražim, cijelu noć sanju samo da se voziš. Kada padne mrak da smo sami, daj mi lokaciju gdje hoćeš, kaži. Opet noće samo s tobom varim, na vrhu sveta novi daj mi papir. Uz novi ket odmah letimo u Pariz, da voliš kaži, da voliš kaži. Noće su petu, ja bi samo brinetu, da mi stoji baš tu pored bembare. Opet granje u ketu, ja u tripu.
Bro, did you just pan the vocal to the left and brought it to the middle?
Interesting.
I think he found the beats and recorded the vocal. Sounds that way. What would you do to that vocal to make it sound better, Justin?
It definitely needs some work. Potentially a little multi-band compression sometimes can go a long way to lock it in.
Yeah. And I feel like he added the reverb directly as an insert, and it sounds like it's a room reverb, not controlled.
Yeah, it sounds... The vocal has a weird roomy quality to it.
Yeah, it's either the way you recorded it, which has like a corridor feel to it, or you added the room reverb, didn't control it. Either way, the vocal is the weak part of the track. I'm not sure if they made the beat yourself, but the beat was fine. The vocal, though, needs some work.
Yeah, fully agree.
Right. We've got Sabi coming up. Sabi Ghost. My man, I'm afraid of ghosts. I'm gonna go white in a sec. DJ Quattro, you made it to YouTube. Welcome. Seven Connor, how are you, my man? Speaking French? I wish I could respond, but I only know Pitan. That's it. Oh shit, I was supposed to ask you that question after that song. I'm gonna ask it after this though.
No problem.
What you think?
That was cool. Oh, it was a chill vibe.
The idea is there again. I'm not a big fan of the mix, Sabi.
Yeah, exactly. Same here.
just doesn't have the movement it needs to have. It doesn't have the power that the track needs. If you make a house track, it needs the power in the drop. Otherwise, you lose. Oh, okay. So the question Hydra is asking: Ask Justin, please, what is the best plugin that can extract very clean acapella from a track apart from Isotope RX?
Okay. So this is going to be half of a plug. But a while back, I was sponsored by Moises AI.
Yeah.
And it's incredible for separation. I've used it so much for like my productions, removing anything I need. Like, it's really good. And what's amazing about it is you can like slow things down, speed it up. It can actually apply a smart metronome that keeps in time with the song, tells you the chords of the song. It is very intuitive. And as far as like removing extraction, it's some of the best I've heard. So Moises.ai. It's free for the most part, which is amazing.
Wait, there was one that I used to use, Fist. Which one was it? The acapella extractor, wasn't it? I think it's free as vocal remover. This one I recommend.
Solid one too.
This is free. Like, you don't have to pay for anything. It lets you download both the vocal and the music, and just Google vocal remover AI or vocalremover.org, and you got it. This gives you pretty.
Yep, that's a great one too.
The one Justin says, if you can get your hands on, I think it gives you more functionality than this one.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. We've got Great House coming up. All right, solid start.
Pull up, new whip, new phone. Who this? I don't have a clue yet. Pull up, new whip, new phone. Who this? I don't have a clue yet. Pull up, new whip, new phone. Who this? I don't have a clue yet. Pull up, new whip, new phone. Who this? I don't have a clue yet. Pulling off this year, I got strength, I got a tear. I got people in my ear telling me what I should fear. People on my nuts, break me down to show me love. I was giving all I got just so we can get this cleared. I don't owe a fucking thing, bitch, I'm out living my dream. Got a shorty on my team, I'm the leader of my tier. Give me space, I gotta breathe, man, I always overthink that someone is after me and they keep pulling on my hair. Back and forth with myself again, back at war with myself. I got hell to live, I got hell to pay, so I double up on my luck. Gather round as we travel through my life, and I push and pull as I'm stuck. Any problems with what I got to say, tell them suckers to pull up. Like, pull up with your accomplishments. 17 did shows, had it popping then. I was a bottle popping alcoholic problem kid. I was a follower to people, then a cognizant to the freedom of my life and all the toxic went. All the people in my life got a problem with what I do, how I do, and how I body it. Fuck it, pull up, I bring Tommy in.
Hey, pull up, black truck, mask on, no fucks, never give a single one. Yeah, I'm up.
Yo, welcome, Adam.
I'm back, rolling up, kick it back, watch the sunsets. Coming in, got no plans of being done yet. Who next? Big flex, I need big checks. Right next, with a vet, no respect. I am the one, I'm the chosen. That boy is a bitch and he know it.
Yeah,
I got a
solid one note.
I want my pockets exploding. I am so cold, freeze this track, leave it loading. I got that gas in the side when I'm blowing. Fuck what they talk about me. I'm trying to keep it a G. Only a couple souls fucking with me. I could be rich and still rock a white tee. Who coming with me? I'ma kick shit like I'm Lee.
Yeah, agreed. Almost too crisp. You know, like, it has one little bit away from being sibilant.
Yeah, exactly. It's pushing those boundaries.
Not in Miami, but I'm with that heat. I'm not in Miami, but I'm with that heat.
I'm not in Miami, but I'm with that heat.
Pull up, new whip, new phone. Who this? I don't have a clue yet. Pull up, new whip,
that's
new
the
phone.
sound Goodizer.
Talk Goodizer. New whip, new phone. Who this? I don't have a clue yet. Pull up, new whip, new phone. Who this? I don't have a clue yet.
Brilliant, bro.
That was dope. I like that. I like how it sort of pushed that bounds of like, you know, modern hip hop has such like a punchy, pokey sound to it.
Yeah.
I think you captured it.
It really was well done mix. I think everything was separated and nice. You had some nicely filtered ad-libs and delays. What if you would, like, you had the dark ones. What if you had a few bright ones here and there in ad-libs that would just go reverbed out in the back? It sounds dope already. It's just a matter of a couple of ear candies that maybe happen in the second verse or the last chorus just to keep people listening for that bit, you know? But great idea, great delivery. I'm super happy with that. I think for that genre, Justin, we gotta give him a star. We
I think
gave
you're
all
right.
the stars.
I agree.
Yeah. All the EDMs got the star. This one great in the rap genre.
Yep, agreed.
All right. Talal Music. Let's go. Spotify.
I'm finna love you for today and fuck you by tonight.
Wow.
And passion absolute.
I second that.
Sweet forbidden fruit. Yeah. Living in your head. But I ain't paying rent, no. Embedded in your roots. It's your favorite abuse, yeah. Cause you know I've been fiending for it. Hold you down, let me explore it. Ooh, baby, if you wanna lose, then I will be the one you choose.
Absolutely brilliant. This is the artist. Check him out. He deserves it, guys.
Cause when it's over with,
The song has almost a million streams. Make it get to millions.
Wow, it deserves it though, for
Last
real.
one made me this way. You can call it what you want. That pussy drip like Saint Laurent. It's all one and the same. So I won't make that mistake. No, but you know I've been fiending for it. Hold you down, let me explore it. Ooh, baby, if you wanna.
Bro, who mixed this? If it's you, I'm gonna quit music. This is Manny Marroquin, Jason Joshua, Dave Pensado style mix for me.
Agreed. Yeah. Let
What
me know
in-
if he mixed this, because I'm curious, man.
I
It's
mixed it.
insane.
Oh shit, he mixed it, man.
Shit, man. Mad talent.
Bro, I'm gonna reach out to you. You join me as guest one night. And I need to talk to you about some stuff because this was brilliant. I don't know.
10 out of 10 for me. That gets a star.
Flawless, yeah. From every angle, 100%. This just might stand a chance of beating Amarildo once and for all. Just sweeping my man away with that star. He always wins, not tonight. Michael Jordan's in the house, apparently. Right, we've got Hydra coming up. Where is that? Where is that email? There. Yeah, we're gonna get banned.
It's coming.
This is a state of human consciousness involving focused attention,
Yo.
reduced peripheral awareness, and an enhanced capacity to respond to suggestion. The term may also refer to knowledge.
Fire!
Yeah, it's cool. I'm down with this.
I'm enjoying the video, but I can't show it to you. We're gonna get banned. You found some good videos, bro. Yo, Spider, I'm so happy you're getting inspired to produce, bro. That is the point of these lives. Huge.
Dope.
I'm not sure if you can do a nice Donald Trump impression, but if not, huge.
It was huge.
Huge. I need to get a meme from him, and like, you know, I have this one.
Nice.
But I need to find one from Donald Trump with the green screen. Huge. Perfect.
Sick track though.
It was.
That was awesome.
It was great. So that was the first Hydra track. We're gonna get to his second soon. We've got Elevated Vibes coming up. Let me see what my man's been up to. Oh shit, Sigma, you had a second track. I'm gonna add you to the queue. Sorry about that. So Elevated Vibes, let's go. Holy shit. Do aliens make beats recently?
For real.
Alien type beat.
This is an alien type beat. This is a good description.
It says 007 figure, but you should have named it. What was the name of that Star Wars thingy? Shit.
Slipped in my mind.
The little Ewok. Oh, Ewok type beat, probably.
Little Ewok type beat.
Love the quality though. Solid mix.
It feels like the low end's in pretty good.
Yeah, huge low end. Controlled though. Area 51 typing.
I like that title. I like that.
Area 51 type beat.
I'd probably want to click on that beat just to see what that's like too, so you might have something there.
Hydra, you got the vibes right, bro. I'm happy with what it was. I think you should be too. Me and Justin both thought it was solid. You should name it that. Name it Area 51 type beat, bro. That's the best one. But like this is a type of beats that there is so much space for the artist to come and do whatever flow they want. You just unleash Eminem on top of that, he's gonna go for days.
Facts.
Gonna pull him out to the vocal booth. It's time to eat, bro. Fire! Just the amount of patience in this beat. Lil Dicky on this? Who's Lil Dicky? Do we have a Lil Dicky? Is he messing with me, Justin?
Lil Dicky?
Yeah.
I could maybe see Lil Dicky on this. He does some crazy shit.
Wait, is there is actually there is a Lil Dicky out there?
Oh yeah, he's huge, dude. You should check him out.
Oh, I hate people
He's
that have Lil.
huge.
Like the only person I could deal with have Lil behind his name was Lil Wayne, and then after that, I think people just took it to incredible heights and it's fucking annoying.
I totally agree with you.
Why everybody have Lil? Like you see the guy, he's huge. He's been to gym. He's probably like 220 pounds, and his name is like Lil Gunna. Why? Never mind. Speed was solid. That's what I know.
It was cool. It was funky. It was different. I was there for the ride.
Pretty cool. I thought you messing with me, Spider. Lil Dicky? Come on, man. No person in the sound mind will name themselves that. Well, apart from Lil Dicky. This is Bank we're listening to. Bro, are you still in the chat?
Looks like you lost another one.
I'm gonna be so high after the live. Submit through the email, but no more for tonight, bro. You gotta come back for the next live. Submissions are closed. The beat is swallowing the vocals.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was like a stream thing for me, but no, yeah, I totally agree with that.
It's one of those beats that probably was mastered to holy hell, and they tried to record on top of it without level matching properly. They got stuck. BandLab typing? Yeah, man. 100% BandLab.
Top Goodizer.
Justin is one of us, guys. He's one of us now.
Exactly.
Bro, are you on Discord, by the way?
Not really. I just like set one up, but I gotta like start getting all those things set up.
I think Discord is a good place to be, to have your own community and also to be part of other people's community. Just a different type of place where like there is no restrictions for your community. You can swear at every. You okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting that set up.
Sad Spider-Man TikTok type banger. Where do you guys get this shit? How do you? Where do you? Who do you? So the question is, when you like to put Sound Goodizer, do you leave it at default or tweak a little bit? I have the answer for you, bro. You put one, you put it on D. Then you put the second one, you put it on A. And you put the third one, you put it on D again. And that will give you Daddy, right? When you get the Daddy set up on your master bus, then you want to repeat that twice. You have 9 slots, 10 slots on the NFO Studio. So you get 9 Sound Goodizers spelling Daddy in order. And then you put a meter at the end because you don't want to overdo things. Just have eye on your meters. If you get like a massive white noise after that, it's normal. Don't worry about it. Pull down your master fader. And yeah, you're good to go.
That's a good tip, man. That reminds me of one of my tips too, where like you got to use 10 ozone 10s to get the best effect possible. People don't get it. It's like the 10's in the name. You got to put 10 of them.
Yeah, man. You think we gatekeep? We're giving you everything that we do every day. He's applying his 10 ozones. I'm applying my 9 sound goodizer in daddy method. And then we're just waiting for Grizzly Wheel to come chat some shit. We're live, bro. Come on in.
Exactly.
All right, Della, let's go. Bro, drop me a message. Oh, shit. You did write me a message. It looks like a poem. I'm going to read that. Let me just play your music first.
Kako Vivija stoji, ona je pored i para mi troši, ej. A miri Chanel u nošnji, putovanja su najbolje vožnji, ej. A ispod pame ja motam za braću, ako se izbije imam i pračku. Pored sebe imam najbolju mačku, Hennessy odmah mi ide u čašu. I kako Vivija stoji, ona je pored i para mi troši, ej. A miri Chanel u nošnji, putovanja su najbolje vožnji, ej. A ispod pame ja motam za braću, ako se izbije imam i pračku. Pored sebe imam najbolju mačku, Hennessy odmah mi ide u čašu. Nije puna šminke, posebno mnogo neko druge klinke. Haljina crna, logo od Prade, nije baš laka, ne voli budale. Iđemo svijetom, Cabrio retro, ona je fina, ja uvijek sam geto. Vruće ko ljeto, vodku sam previše pravio lepotu.
Are you in the chat, man?
Svečano. Možda sam previše popio, noći su duge da ne budem veseo, ej. Možda sam previše povuko, tu sam sa lutkom u klubu i tema smo. Kurve je tračaju, ne mogu dotaći zato što ona je kraljica, ej. O njoj se piše i magazin, a u sobi sa mnom se nalazi. I kako Vivija stoji, ona je pored i pare mi troši, ej. A miri Chanel u nošnji, putovanja su najbolje vožnji, ej.
This one sadly is suffering from poor microphone. Do you agree?
Yeah, totally.
Because he's really good with his delivery, the beat is solid.
Yeah,
but the
all
microphone
that's there, but the mix quality isn't.
Yeah.
Najbolje vožnji, ej. A ispod pame ja motam za braću, ako se izbije imam i pračku. Pored sebe imam najbolju mačku, Hennessy odmah mi ide u čašu. Osjetiš vibe, noćna je ljubav zavladala kraj. Duplo na šanku je samo mi daj. Ako je to, ovo je raj. Pun adrenalin u nama.
Is that Romanian guy?
Gradom se rolam ko uragan, rover i Lambo, a Lambo je hurakan. Ona je djevojka visoki standarda, puna je kad je u tajnama. Čeka me, bila je malo s drugaricom, došla na luksuznu stanicu. Samo mi daj, ono što tvoje, postaće moje do 4 do zore.
Hydra, we've already been starring Justin's favorite track. We're gonna decide the best track of the evening at the end of the submission. You think it's Russian? Alright, cool.
It does sound Russian, yeah.
No way, it's Turkey, bro. I would get Turkey literally off the air. What a vibe on the beat, though. It's like a UK garage Russian version. I don't think the person who sent this is in the chat, which is sad. I just read his email and he sent me such kind words. But yeah, if you watch this later on, bro, I do like this song. I think it's a great idea. I think Justin agrees. But the mix and probably the microphone you use to record your vocal just doesn't do it justice. The idea is better than that.
Agreed.
All right, that was Della. We've got Matrix. Bro, are you still in the chat? Matrix, I'm not sure if you left or not, but I did promise you we're going to play it. Oh, this track was not found. Maybe it's been removed, so I believe we can't play it. Just put a little beer sign for you in the chat. Okay, Lionel Nova. Let's go. This one's released too. It's called Danger Flavor. Yeah, this is Justin's type of music. With a beer in your hand.
I'm already down with this.
Stop standing and get dancing. Get on the floor, move your feet to this very funky beat. Take a gamble and start a scandal.
to get down and start some malice in this town. And it's all fine. You can do what you do.
Check out the artist if you enjoy the track, guys.
It's your time to shine. It's now or never. You ain't gonna live forever. Tonight you're the danger flavor. Show them what you got. Rising up like an elevator. Got that funky to the haters and the heartbreakers.
This almost needs Justin as featured. You gotta jump on, bro.
I would hop on this.
Zigzag, twisted roundabout, crooked sister. Wrong turn, mister. Gonna blow your blister. Let's take this moment and just
Proper American dance, yeah?
let that gloomy feeling go, cause that's been eating at your soul. Can't believe it. Shaky Stevens. Time to loosen that noose and put your
I appreciate it kind of. I feel like the artist doesn't take themselves too seriously too, but they just went for a vibe and it's there.
It does sound a bit on the chill side and like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The delivery is like so laid back.
Yeah, exactly. Almost silly at times a little bit. Like I hear that in there.
Lionel, are you in the chat, bro? Drop me a message on TikTok if you are. Presonus Production.
It's now or never. You ain't gonna live forever. Tonight you're the danger flavor. Show them what you got. Rising up like an elevator. Got that funky to the haters and the heartbreakers. Now it sucks to be. To see you later, alligator. I know you got that danger flavor, baby.
This does lose some kind of like originality to it too, though.
What do you mean? Sorry, repeat that.
Oh, I feel like this kind of just oozes some originality to it too, though. Like it's different.
He has his own
like,
sound on
it. Yeah.
This was, I think, released literally 5 days ago, a week ago.
Wow.
So show my man some love, give him some streams. It does go a long way at the start. Well done, bro. I'm gonna let Justin talk to his comrade.
That was dope. I really appreciate the vibes of that. I think it was unique and like, I'll take it back to where like, it's just fun. It has a fun vibe where like, it doesn't take itself super, super seriously, but like the production is serious though. It's like, you know, it's got a lot going on for it.
Yeah. Agreed. I enjoyed that. And I did see your video promoting this, bro. That was so heartfelt. And I think that's the right way, or at least one of the right ways of promoting your track. Just connecting to your audience, saying exactly what happened to make you make this song and how you went about it. It was great. And I enjoyed your video. I enjoyed your song. Welcome to the community and congrats on releasing your track. All right, we've got Hydra's second track coming on. Second track. This one's called Make Me Yours. You made some plus 18 video again. I can't show people.
Those leaves must cast a spell. Cause every time that they stray further.
Respect, bro. Justin, I'm not sure if you've seen the TikTok chat, but yeah. There you go.
Nah, I appreciate you, man.
Don't you
Amarildo, we finally have someone coming for you. With all due respect, Hydra, sounds great, but with all due respect, you still have a couple of steps to get to Amarildo level. You're doing me wrong with those fake drops sometimes. Guys, just a little side note in between the track. When you're working on slap house and EDM vocal, you can afford to go a little bit nastier. Go nasty with your parallel processing. Create crazy parallel processing effects, chains, and blend it under. You never regret it in EDM music.
I can second that too.
Like, that's the difference between the vocal coming a little bit over the track or sitting in the depth of the track. Because the bass is so big that you want it to be, but then the vocal is also important when it comes to slap house, at least. So that crispness of the parallel processing will just raise the saturation levels of the vocal, bring it up. What do you think, Justin?
Good tip. I agree with that. Yeah.
Perfect. We're getting close, guys, to the end. We are, I think, 2 or 3 tracks max away from tonight's stream, and then we were gonna pick the best track of the stream. Justin's gonna do that, and then that will be it from us tonight. So hang out with us for maximum 10 more minutes, and we're ready to go. We've got weighted beats coming up. Alright, so he's already warning me that these beats are outside the box of thinking, with a lot of drinking and smoking. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I get that too.
I think you gotta pull back a little bit on the smoking because that's filling your ears, man. Thanks for the follow, Lee.
Very ominous, kind of.
This is the response to the Area 51 type beat. This is the response from the Russians. You can't do shit type beat. Much changes in the beats? I do think so, yeah, but that's not the main problem for me. The main problem is disrespecting the clap and the snare, the main rhythm carrier. I think Justin should agree. Pull back on that.
Yeah. I will say that, and then I'm also going to say no comment.
He's worried about his account, guys. I've only been banned once. I don't mind as much. So the clap and the snare too low? Yes, for me, definitely. Also, like, if you're making the stuff in FL Studio, you have a tool like Growspeeds that makes it so easy for you to come up with different ideas really fast. Drop it on that melody that's so sustained and so like airy. Drop it, sometimes get gates, different gate times, and see which one fits the type of the beat. Sometimes that's your variation instead of like changing the notes and shit. Bob Marley's typing? Why? What does Bob Marley got to do with... Oh, smoking, right. My man is new in the chat, Sigma. Alright, let's move on to your second beat so we can hear both. Didn't change much at the end. What I would say we can both agree the mix kind of has some problems, Justin.
Yeah.
Mainly the clap being so low. Don't disrespect your main rhythm carrier. Kick and snare, that shit should be usually up there. Same problem already with this one. Rozo, my man, sorry, not tonight. While we're listening to this, I keep repeating something, Justin, to these guys over the past 4 months of doing these streams. I always keep saying there is a priority, especially when it comes to beats and hip-hop music, and that's drums, which is your kick and snare, then your 808 or bass, then it's your melody, and then it's your effects. That's usually the order. And as soon as the melody comes on top of your drums, you lose so much of the vibe, so much of the punch. The artist is gonna get confused. Where the fuck should I end up on? Where's my space on top of the beat? Just remember that if you're new to the stream.
100% on that. And especially like doing day in, day out doing hip hop, I can absolutely attest to that.
Yeah. That's the culture of hip hop. Like even if you remember the Dr. Dre stuff, it was a banging snare. Always the kick and snare were his main thing, and the sample was the vibe giver, just the follower in the back. And not much variation. It was always samples, really repetitive. Lee, bro, thanks for the follow, and I appreciate you being in the live. However, I closed the submissions about half an hour ago, so please bring your track back in the next stream and I'll be happy to listen to it.
It's got some chill vibes though, besides like those critiques, you know?
Yeah. This one is a little bit better mixed than the first one, but still the same-ish problem. It's the matter of priority. The priority is to your melody, whereas it should have been to your drums.
Yep.
All right, that was Weighted Beats. And now the last track of the evening is the second road track. This is going to be great to, again, I think, speak on top of. This is an experiment and new idea still on the process. All right, thanks for saying. You can start, by the way, thinking about your best track of the evening, Justin.
Yep, I have been.
You already made your mind up?
I might have.
It must have been a clear winner then. track of the evening is you. I like the confidence, man. You just came in.
Bruh.
There you go, I fixed it for you.
Bruh.
Oh, Mr. Slater, glad you hopped in the chat.
Justin knows you. That's all I need to know. You win the live, bro.
Now he pops in my live all the time, and his music is really fucking awesome. Like, check him out. He's got a lot of unique stuff.
Now I'm sad that the live is gonna end. Bro, you should have come earlier. Would love to see what you do.
I can attest to him though that yeah, he's got some awesome. He's got some fire.
We're gonna bring Justin again, hopefully soon, and we can do it again.
That'd be dope.
Next time though, we're gonna try to kind of notify you guys at least a day earlier. We can post about it and let you know at least a story on TikTok that it's gonna happen, so we get some more of you in here. It was a bit spontaneous. I really enjoyed the vibe of this one, especially the fact that it was experimental. What do you think?
I like it too, and I'm like glad like the drums hit in. I was like just starting to like kind of disconnect, and then it came in. I was like, all right, cool.
It just
I'm here with it now.
Just gave the energy and the vibe. Really nice. Alright, it's that time of the night. It's time to pick the best track of the evening. Go on, Justin.
All right, now, unfortunately, I don't remember the name, but you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. It was the R&B one. I forget the name, though.
Yep, I think it was Della.
Yeah.
Well, wait, I have the star in front of it. Ruse, sorry. It was a Ruse, I think, with the star. It says skip and star. Let me find this email.
I think it was the one that had 1 million streams on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, that would be the winner for me. I thought that was just absolutely killer all around.
It really was. All right, let me just find that email. No, that's just good. It's always like that because the name in the email is different, and then you gotta look.
Yeah, I know that struggle up to
Oh, there we go. This is not that's the Violence remix. Did we start that one? I think we didn't start it.
I know I said to put a star on that one, but
I did, I think, put a star in front of it. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong place. Oh, Tala. Right, there we go. Yeah, he's right. Found you. Right. We're gonna listen to this track one more time and say our goodbyes as if it's never gonna happen again. That will be it. I'd like to thank Justin for joining us for tonight. It was a great live. I enjoyed talking with you, bro, and I would love to do it again.
Absolutely, we'll make it happen.
Sweet forbidden fruit, yeah, living in your head, but I ain't paying rent, no. Embedded in your roots, it's your favorite abuse, yeah. Cause you know I've been fiending for it. Hold you down, let me explore it. Ooh, baby, if you wanna lose, then I will be.
Have a good night, Fish. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh yeah, you agree with me, Kyle Slater. I figured you would.
Cause when it's over with, you know I really don't care. At the end of the day.
If you want to say any last words, Justin, to the guys, go ahead, and then I'm gonna take my headphones off, turn my mic off, put it on the speakers, and wrap it up.
All I can say is it's been a pleasure and live tonight. And everyone who's still here who sees this, just go out in the world, keep putting out awesome sounds into it. That's the joy of it.
Great advice, and thank you so much again for coming. Everyone, have a good night, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are, and I will see you guys soon. Just don't kill each other. No peace. Don't kill each other. That's the whole point. Let's go.